Y'all really are doing the most, thinking that I'm not going to be able to get this beautiful message out. Well, all these messages out. So, sorry, I'm having a minute. I don't know if the other video uploaded. If it didn't, I'm going to upload it. But, so I was in one area of my apartment doing all these videos. Then, when they came out, then the second floor, Victor Morales and his girlfriend, Shamika, want to sit there and start blasting music, which that was funny because when I play music, well, at least when I was playing music yesterday, nobody was playing music. Now all of a sudden I'm making my videos, I'm doing what I need to do, and people want to blast music in that same area. So I believe I posted it, but if I didn't, I switched to a different location in my apartment and made another video. Then they moved their stereo into another portion of their apartment in general. But when I'm 42 years old, and if I was a man at 42 with six kids, five or six kids and all that, I wouldn't have time to entertain this. I really wouldn't. And it doesn't matter how many kids or how old, I just don't have time to entertain this. So that's why I want this chapter to be closed up. But it's not even about them or whatever. I've already put that out there, whatever, people messing with my laundry, taking my clothes. Like I said, the landlords and the maintenance giving Victor Morales and his family keys to my apartment that I had to switch my locks or whatever. And when that happened, I came home and they have a dog. We're not supposed to have dogs, but whatever. There was all dog hair like coming up my stairs, and then in my apartment it smelled heavenly like dog. And I'm like, well, I don't have any pets. I don't even have a cat. I don't even have a goldfish, okay? But I'm like, why does it smell like a dog heavily in my living room and in my bedroom? And that's a violation. I don't care how you cut it. I don't care, how you may feel about me. You don't give somebody access to my apartment. Now it makes sense on why Shamika never leaves her apartment. She doesn't even bring her child to school. Again, my children, the whole school system, messed with my children's education or whatever. But I want to come on here to talk about my karmic baby father, Kins, or whatever, because, he's just really trying to make my life hard or whatever. He hasn't paid the rent or whatever. And I'm not coming on here and, saying this or whatever just to be saying it. There's a reason for everything. And I'm not sitting there saying that he, has to take care of me. No. But we did have a conversation, let me get myself together. So I started to do the YouTube so I can bring in income. But then they shadow banned me. So now I don't have money, coming in. I'm just leaning on faith, walking by faith and not by sight. And so I started started another YouTube channel up or whatever, because like I said, I have children, I have bills, I have responsibilities, priorities. You name it, I got it. Well, don't you name it and I got it, because people may sit there and go off, but I'm just saying, you know, we have children, and although you feel some type of way about me, we still have two children or whatever. So you want to come at me and not pay rent, not pay any of the bills since April. Since April. Then he brings my mother into it. Oh, and he's been texting my mother, cussing my mother out. I've texted his mother, letting him know he's a child molester, and what he's doing and stuff. That is valid or whatever. But I don't cuss your parents out. I can if I want to, but I don't. I don't even deal with your parents. His family doesn't even send my kids a card on the holidays. They're non existent. My firstborn has met them 2 times, 2 or 3 times. I said 2 or 3 times. I believe it was 2 times though. And then my youngest never met them. Never laid eyes on them in person. So some grandparents you guys are, right? But he hasn't paid any of the bills since April. He hasn't paid this month's rent, and it is what it is. It's just unfortunate to finally, see the mask falling off of him. Then he's so eager for me to get credit. Why do you want me to get credit? You've already stolen my information, started up businesses, gave my information to Carol, Chantel, and all them, or whatever. And even if you didn't give it directly to Carol, you gave it to Chantel, who still has communication with them. So I just think it's really funny, um, everything to be playing out the way that it's playing out. And last night when, we were going back and forth, he, tried to make it so he calls me on the phone saying something about the excise tax, the registration, and Bridgewater police is pulling him over, da 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 da. And he just gets my nervous system so out of whack. Like, I can't wait until this man's no longer in my children and I's life. When I tell you I cannot stand this man, and before I've told him, when we had just the one child, I said, let's just separate, get our shit together, get ourselves together, and if it's meant to be, let's come back. He never wants to break up. Never. Even when I'm sitting there arguing with him, one of my last texts or whatever, and I was being petty, but I was also being true, whatever, because he's trying to do like reverse psychology. And then I know it wasn't even him, because he's not that smart to say some of the stuff that he was saying. It was more of a female who was texting me, Chantel, but sitting there saying like, oh, why don't you, you always run from your problems. Who's running from their problems? You left. Listen, I don't even want to talk about it because it gets me irritated. And that's the thing. You guys want me to put my business out like that. And it's not even a situation that like I have no issue talking about it. But when somebody has done so much traumatic shit to you, I'm getting irritated. I'm getting irritated just talking about it. That's why it's like, I do care about the spiritual stuff, but it's like, I don't care to speak about this man because he gets my nervous system out of whack. Like, when you just really can't stand anybody. And I have the right to not stand him. I have the right to not interact with him. So if I don't want to interact with him, and I don't interact with him, unless like I needed to go grocery shopping or something, like he doesn't even call to check up on the kids. He doesn't come by to see the kids. No, nothing. He just calls and comes by to argue with me and then wants to keep talking about the black magic. That seems like a guilty conscience. You try to kill me with black magic. You did death spells on me. You're still doing spells on me or whatever. Listen, this video is only 7 minutes on here. I don't even know if I can get to the full 15 because, again, those who are watching and FBI, CIA, and all that, why do I need to put, like, if you guys have been following us for the last 4 to 5 years, you guys done all the research, why do I still need to talk about something that gets my nervous system out of whack? I don't care. Why do I need to solve my own case publicly? I'm getting irritated, man. When I say I hate this man, every fiber of my body, I love my children. I don't regret anything. I don't even regret the the relationship, the situationship. It's just I'm ready for this chapter to be over. And Lord, you know my heart. You know my heart. But I fucking hate this man. And people gonna be like, oh my God, you're an earth angel. How dare you talk like that? How you say that? I'm a human too. I'm a human and I'm an alien. I have every right to feel how I feel with this man and what he's done to me. And if I don't want to publicly or in general speak about it because it does something to my body, it gets me out of whack. If I'm on a journey of peace and healing and loving myself, why do I need to bring up something to fuck me up? Oh, because it heals you. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. And you can't sit there and be like, oh, well, in order to heal and know that you're healed, you should be able to talk about anything. And then, it doesn't bother you. Da, da, da. That's not true. Sometimes people can be okay and make peace. You guys see it in the tarot. I've made peace with the situation and I'm good. I don't want to revisit it. Why does somebody want to keep revisiting a traumatic experience? Just for the dark web to get shits and giggles? I've been said it to his face, he's a molester. I've been arguing with him and stuff like that, so you guys have seen it. So why again do I need to, like for the 1,000th time, whether it's on camera or not, why do I need to keep revisiting something that pisses me off the way it does? And people can't say, oh, you're not healed. I am healed. He has a whole baby with Chantel. He done fucked Melissa. He done fucked mad people of mine. Damn, I got caught. But why do I need to revisit it? Why do I need to keep talking about it? Now, it's one thing if we're having a conversation on healing, hey, how'd you heal from it? But no, you guys, the CIA, the feds, all that, you just want me to come out here, put my business out here when you guys already know what's what. Like, you guys have feds watching my crib, my phone's wiretapped. This is what I'm trying not to get irritated. I'm really not. Because that's what I'm going to say. Oh, and then you got a second chance to do it over. I'll start cussing everybody out. Like, if you guys know that I got two sides to me, or other sides, if you guys know that I can be real lethal, or I can be really sweet, why keep fucking poking that bear to get me to be the other person? And I'm not saying, oh, I'm perfect, because if somebody comes at me, I'll get gully if I need be. But if this situation is tumultuous the way that it is, and this man is an energy vampire, he's a child of Satan, his grandmother in Haiti, and then Ida from, my dad's side, my karmic familiar unit, these toxic friends, Watson, Chantel, you got the High Point organization shelter, all those people, all the employees, Felicia, Daniela, Emma, excuse me, Angie, Cassie, Yolanda, Mercedes, like all these people have done things to me. I've asked for therapy. I didn't get it or whatever. I dropped the ball with Angie, the first Angie. But, and then this man manipulates stuff. And then yesterday he's sitting there mocking God in my text messages. Mocking God in my text messages. But he's a child of Satan. Make it make sense. And then today the phones are due. Well, they were due yesterday. They're off right now. You think he paid the bill? My mother paid it last month. She's not obligated. And thank you, universe. When I say that, I'm not saying he's obligated to take care of me. We have children together. This roof is for them. It's not for me. I have no problem giving up all this and starting my life new. I don't care. I don't care. I'm over this chapter when it comes to Kins. What more can I say about him? I'm not going to sit there and talk about people's hygiene. I'm not going to do people the way that I did. He's a child molester. He sacrificed his son. He brought his son to the crossroads, however that goes down. He sacrificed me. All this with Chantel. He's jealous. Like, y'all see everything, so I'm not understanding. And then you got certain people who can't talk to me because there's an investigation going on, so then I can't even know exactly what I should say. And not like I need them to tell me what to say, but what is it that will crack this case open, because I'm over it. So again, you guys, and that's why when we go to court, and I'm getting to the point that even people who are supposed to be on my side, I'm about to not even rock with y'all. Because if everybody's in position and is here for my safety or whatever, but you guys know what's going on, and my children and I, we can, but we can't, like, go outside because you guys got cars physically, like, trying to run us over and stuff like that, and people, following us. Why is everybody just sitting back and still watching? Oh, she's such a divine feminine. Oh, let's keep exploiting her and her children. Like, let's just keep prolonging it. It's been how many years now? So how many more years does this need to go on? Like, I'm getting irritated because all this shit doesn't make sense. And honestly, like, on my father's grave, I'm getting to the point that whoever's on my side in a good way, I don't even want to deal with anybody. That goes for friendships, lovers. I don't care. I'm getting to the point that whoever is on my side and is not putting a fucking stop to this shit, I'm about to say, fuck y'all.